Oh, yeah, all right, we
We
good.
are live. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling Talk Universal. It's a special podcast, I got a couple of guests with me. I'll let them introduce themselves from top to bottom. Go for it.
Narcolepsy Boy 94 on TikTok, all platforms. Been on here, I think, once before with a bunch of other people, but glad to be here talking some Eddie Guerrero. Should be fun.
What's going on, everybody? Find me on TikTok, FNO Louis V, cartoon TikTok, Lewis with the Tunes, and sports TikTok, Dolphin 203. Happy to be here. Happy to talk about my favorite wrestler of all time. It's great to represent Brother Malik. So, let's get going.
So, how long has it been? 16 or 15? 16 or 17?
16 years.
16 years. 16 years without Eddie, man, and that's crazy. So one thing I want to ask you is, what was your first impression of watching Eddie? Like, what was the first match you thought, and what you thought about his story?
I don't remember the first match that I saw by him. I can't remember. He was the first wrestler that got me into WWE, though, when I first started watching, just because of the character. And, he used to come out in lowriders and everything, so I thought he was really cool. His character was like cheating, stealing. So I'm like, yo, this guy pretty dope, man. Like, I didn't know nothing about wrestling at the times, but he was the first guy that I started to gravitate towards too. So I don't remember the first match that I saw by him. I started watching in late 2004. The first memory I have of him, I think, was he was doing something with Booker T. They were like a little tag team or something like that for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it didn't last long though. But they were like teaming for just like a small period of time. That's like the first memory I have of him.
Of Eddie. What about you, Lewis? What was the first impression of you meeting Eddie? Like, what?
I really got into Eddie around his feud with Brock Lesnar. That's where I started the sweet spot of Eddie. So Brock Lesnar, when he did that promo on Brock Lesnar, like I think 2 nights before No Way Out, was the sweet spot of Eddie. No. When he won the SmackDown Rumble, yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's like the first one.
And what were your? Did you ever think that? Did you ever think? What's the one I was gonna say? Did you think that he was gonna be the best after he won the title?
I thought he was already the best without the title.
Do you guys have any funny moments of Eddie?
Oh,
I just like his whole character, the whole lie, cheating, stealing. Like, when he would like take a chair and he was smacking on the mat and they throw it to somebody and he lay down. Like, the referee didn't know what was going on and shit like that. Those were the cool moments. I also liked his heel run too in 05. I thought his heel run was pretty good.
I love his heel run.
He had passed away and everything, but his whole demeanor, just be able to switch to babyface and heel and be able to have the people like him and then the fans hated him. You know what I mean? I thought that was awesome as well. So he was the first wrestler that I started to like, and then the first wrestler I started to hate because when he turned on Rey Mysterio.
Lewis?
Like Malik, his whole character, he's pretty much one of the only people where he can make you like him, he can make you hate him. One thing I always thought, like when it comes to Eddie, how he's so clever. I remember how he beat Kurt Angle at Mania 20, where he unhooked his freaking boot and got the roll up. I thought that was smooth as hell. So he was always crafty on how he won.
Well, I hate to say that, but yeah, Eddie's my GOAT. It's obvious. I have to say, a funny moment of Eddie. Same thing, you guys. I love his character, but I have to say also when he was at the Royal Rumble, where he stole Ric Flair's number. Narco, you made a TikTok about it. It was he's like, that Bussy man, I like it, and then Teddy's like, give me Ric Flair's phone number.
And he stole his number in his wallet.
And his wallet, straight up. Oh my god!
I remember this segment on SmackDown. Eddie was trying to get a Kurt Angle, like he was trying to beat his ass or something. Like this was like at the hype of their feud, right? I think this when Kurt Angle costed him the WWE title in the steel cage or some shit, and they were in the parking lot, and he was chasing Kurt Angle around in the parking lot, and he's chasing Kurt Angle around his car. And Kurt Angle goes, "Yo, Eddie, like, don't touch my car." And then Eddie's like, "Oh, this your car, Holmes? This your car?" And then he just starts beating the shit out of the car. Like, he breaks the windows and everything. I think he dumped like trash on it. And then it turns out it wasn't Kurt Angle's car. And then Kurt Angle thought he was slick and get away with it because he got Eddie off the premises because Teddy Long sent them out. And then Teddy Long was like, "Kurt Angle, this isn't anybody's car, or this ain't no other person's car." And Angle's like, "What do you mean? Whose car is it?" And then Teddy goes, "It's my car." So Kurt Angle had to face Eddie the next week. That was his punishment. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Another one I have to say is when this was like before he passed, the segment with Batista, the doctor.
Yeah, with the doctor backstage.
Yes.
Yeah.
The doctor
I like that one. And then what's another one? And I also liked it when Eddie and Chavo had the skits.
Los Guerreros.
Yes, Los Guerreros. I love the tag team. Love the tag team. And I will say, you want to know fun facts about one match that Eddie never had? It was he never faced The Undertaker one-on-one. Never. So my question is, if that match were to happen, and also and then that's another question I'm going to say, who would you go for? And also, who are the dream matches you guys would like to see if Eddie was here?
Nobody was beating Taker in that time. I hate to say it, nobody was going to beat Taker at Mania at that time. So I don't.
We talking about WrestleMania? We talking about this facing Taker at WrestleMania or just
Taker in general? Like he was like.
Oh no, yeah, I don't think anybody would. If you weren't Batista, I don't think anybody was beating Taker at that time. Only people I saw really going toe to toe with Taker around that time frame was probably Kurt Angle or Batista. I don't think Eddie would have taken that W.
It depends. I mean, Taker lost to JBL a couple times.
That was
yeah.
But that's because JBL cheated. You know what I mean? But at that time, I mean, I like the Undertaker. Undertaker is my second favorite wrestler of all time, so I would root for the Undertaker. But it would have depended. Maybe Eddie would have lied, cheating, steal or something to win. It could have happened if they made it wanted to work. But
I can see him winning by DQ.
Yeah,
I think Taker would have got the dub though if they would have faced each other. As far as dream matches though,
obviously.
As far as dream matches, Eddie and
Sean's obviously that's one.
Eddie and Shawn.
I would love to see. Yeah, I would love to see like the newer superstars. Like I'd love to see Finn Balor. AJ Styles would be really awesome.
Okay.
Seth Rollins would be good.
I think Chad Gable is very underrated. I think him and Eddie could cook something up in like an undercard or something.
Mm-hmm. And then I think you prefer Ray Fleeks. I want Penta to face Eddie.
Penta would be pretty dope.
Be good. Ray Phoenix would be great too. Kenny Omega against Eddie. I think those two would put
Eddie versus Kenny.
Kenny Omega would have been dope. That'd have been dope to see. Daniel Bryan.
Eddie versus
Brian,
Joe.
Yeah, Brian.
Joe would have been dope.
I would have loved to see Eddie and Okada, Eddie and Naito. You know,
Eddie and Naito would be fire, bro.
There've been a lot.
I mean, there's just so many because Eddie is just like he could work with anybody. So I mean, there's a lot. We can go on and on talking about dream matches.
And then I wouldn't mind this if he was around, but no, because I was gonna say no, because then it wouldn't be nothing. I was gonna say, would you guys saw if Dominic would see Eddie manage Dominic or no?
Eddie as the manager of Dominic?
Yeah, as a heel run if he was here.
Oh, for like the Rey Mysterio thing, I think that could be cool. It's for like turn on the Rey Mysterio. Because then they got the story.
Now that I see it now, yeah, but I still don't think Dominic can hold on his own. I don't think he's just not really there in the ring. He'll mess up his own momentum.
And I know Lewis. I'm gonna ask Narco that question. If Eddie never passed, do you think Ray would not be the biggest star where he is?
I don't think he would have won the world title now.
Mm.
He didn't pass. If
I said the same thing.
If Eddie didn't pass, we know that he would have faced Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Angle would have still been the world champion because Batista got hurt, so he had to relinquish the title. Otherwise, if Batista never gets hurt, he's going to be the world champion going into WrestleMania. And if Kurt Angle was the world champion, he was, I think, going to face maybe like Randy Orton or somebody else, maybe Undertaker. That match had no way out. I know WWE wanted Abyss to face Undertaker at WrestleMania that year, but Abyss didn't want to leave TNA. So if Abyss doesn't leave TNA, maybe they do Kurt Angle and Undertaker or somebody else. But I don't think Ray gets that spot. Ray would probably win in a different match. I don't know, somewhere else. But I mean, I don't want to say like Ray couldn't have succeeded because Ray was already a big star. But like Eddie passing was like a lot of people felt the connection with Rey Mysterio within Eddie Guerrero. You know what I mean? So like it was just something that just made a lot of sense for WWE to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then I will say about Eddie is that Eddie was just the same. I'm going back to talk about Eddie was just like I said. He was a man that I actually got a chance to see him on television. I got a chance to see Eddie. Probably not. I never saw him live, but I saw him on TV. I saw him face. No, he was doing a feud with Ray. He was still doing the feud with Ray, and I was able enough to witness what was going down. I was able to witness like who was Dominic's dad, of course. For so long, I was like, so was Eddie really the dad, or I was like. It was so confusing as a kid, but then like my pops had to tell me like, no, he's not really his dad. Ray's still his dad, because he told me what storyline was at the time.
I think most of us believe that Eddie was his dad. I did. I know. I thought he was when he said it. I was like, oh shit. Like,
for me, I thought so too. For so long, I was like, come on, man, you can see it. Like, come on.
I try to look at both of them at the same time, like. Is there any resemblance?
Yeah, I definitely thought that when he said that. I mean, I was still a kid at the time. Obviously, I wasn't.
I was 5.
Yeah, I was like 6, 7 years old around that time. So I mean, obviously, I thought what he said was real. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, he's really his dad. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? So like the feud was pretty good. The ladder match they had was really good at SummerSlam. I love the ladder match, but. Looking back, that was crazy that they did a custody of a child. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just I'm saying, is it crazy? Like you had the custody of a child hanging up on the ladder. But honestly, I was saying anything with Ray and Eddie, literally you could tear the house down. Like I actually watched wrestling when I was like 4, even though I couldn't remember. I remember watching them in a gauntlet match. Like Eddie and Ray had a gauntlet match. That was in the first, like before they had a feud. I watched that match. That's actually one of my favorite out of their matches. But don't get me wrong, Halloween Havoc will forever be number 1 between those two. Yeah. And I also got a chance to watch him and Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. I got a chance to see him face him at SummerSlam. And then, to be honest with you, until I got older, I never saw him face JBL the first time when he hit him with the chair. I was young, okay? I didn't see it.
I think his match against Batista for the world title was very underrated as well.
I do too. Do you guys think Eddie should have won that match, or you guys think like it was going to be Batista still?
Batista was way too hot at that time to lose to anybody. Like he was being established as one of the future stars. So I didn't see him.
Batista was at that time, as far as star power, he was up there with Cena. Like he was
pretty much.
So,
but like I remember. I think it was before he did pass. Another plan was Eddie was supposed to turn on Batista.
Yeah, of course he was. I mean, I was.
So, I mean, he was supposed to take the world title off of Batista.
Yeah, I remember that before he passed away. That too, and then face Sean. I
Literally, how
actually
that
like.
story went of that, how that angle was supposed to be. Like, apparently, Eddie Guerrero literally walked up to Stephanie and said, "I'm ready to be the man of the company again." And Stephanie was like, "All right, I'll tell Vince," and that's how it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. And also, not only that, also Eddie was supposed to be in that Survivor Series match, the 5-on-5 between Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that would have been a wonderful match if Eddie was in it. Like, it would have been, you had Eddie in there, you had Ray, you had Batista, you had supposedly rising star Bobby Lashley, and you had Randy Orton.
Yeah, the team was lit. That team was lit.
I like that match.
But Shawn Michaels is on Team Raw too, so we could have got a little taste. This little taste.
Just a little, and then wouldn't you not mind it if he had? I know he had a feud with Cena before, but Cena was becoming the biggest star that he was. Would you not mind if Eddie went to Raw and faced Cena? Had that feud?
That'd have been dope.
I wouldn't have minded, but I thought I would have been all right with it.
That'd have been dope.
John Cena versus this is Ruthless Cena. He's no longer Dr. Thugonomics. He's facing Still Light and Cheating Steel Eddie Guerrero.
That'd have been dope. That'd have been pretty dope.
And then you could have saw him and Edge again. You could have saw him and Triple H more. We only saw, and that's another man he never had that's another man he didn't have a feud with. I wouldn't mind if he shared the ring with Shelton Benjamin, of course, at the time.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been nice.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know what? I wouldn't mind if he actually faced Umaga too, when he was coming up.
Umaga would have been dope too.
Mm-hmm. And then, man,
some other people.
There's so much stuff about Eddie that I can always talk about, but like what? I just want to say is that Eddie's just also is going to be one of the reasons why. Marco doesn't know about this. I actually want to be a professional wrestler myself. And Eddie's kind of one of the reasons why I want to be a professional wrestler. Like, I want to be sure like he inspired me to step in the ring, and I want to be close enough to where like I can keep his memory alive even more, you know. And honestly, like I said, I wish that's a man actually I would have met. That's number one. That was forever on my bucket list to meet Eddie Guerrero. Sadly, can't do it. Also, it gets me a little emotional to talk about Eddie sometimes. There was just so much that this man could have done. This man could have made big stars. He could have made. He's done it. He's done it all. Excuse my stuttering. There's just, I don't know. What do you guys got? You guys any other questions that you want to ask about Eddie, y'all? Anybody in the chat?
No, I mean, I just really wish we could have got the Shawn Michaels match. That's like the one thing that I really wish, looking back, that really could have happened. Because looking at that WrestleMania, I mean, that WrestleMania was already pretty good. You know, like the hardcore match.
You know what feud I just thought about right now that I think would have been crazy? Would have been him and Muhammad Hassan. I think that would have been wild.
Yeah,
wait, is this true? He never faced Christian. Is that true?
I don't think, not to my knowledge.
I don't remember a match between him and Christian.
I was gonna say, that's not. I was saying, is that true? He never faced Christian. And I was gonna say, I wouldn't have minded that either. No, he's faced Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, he's faced Jeff Hardy before.
Yeah.
Muhammad Hassan. Oof.
I literally just thought of that right now. Like, I think him and Muhammad Hassan would have put on like a crazy story, bro.
Especially at that time.
All right. Screw the man. Screw this
Because
man.
I hate to be that guy, but like they could Vince's head. Eddie's Mexican. Then you have Muhammad Hassan, who's supposed to play an Arabic character. So
Yeah.
collide those two.
The only thing is that they both were heels at the time when Muhammad Hassan was having that heel run. Eddie Guerrero was a heel.
Oh yeah, when he was supposed to take that belt off Batista, right?
Yeah, Muhammad Hassan was already gone by that time. He was already gone.
Wait. Was it true that he was before Eddie? Was it true that he was supposed to beat Batista in his hometown?
Yeah, so the original plan, Eddie Guerrero was like the second option. Muhammad Hassan was supposed to take the title from Batista at SummerSlam in Washington D.C. in the nation's capital. He was the most guy in the company, and he was already getting a big push because he had worked with the Undertaker, and before that on Raw he did stuff with Batista and Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying?
Did he do something with John Cena? I think he did like a little
thing with Cena too. So he was already getting a big push, but SummerSlam 2005 was in Washington D.C. It's the nation's capital, and Batista's from D.C. and he's the Hogan,
and he loses the title in this.
He was gonna beat him, and like they're supposed to bring down like the Arabic flag or something, like some crazy, like some type.
That would have been major heel heat, and I don't think Muhammad Hassan would probably leave the building alive. Honestly, I think
that'd have been so crazy.
Like up there with Cena. If Cena won,
that's actually one of those moments where I wish that would have happened. Muhammad Hassan beating Batista.
Yeah, I wish that would have happened. Man. That's like Sergeant Slaughter like turning on America to join Iraq. Like that's like that heel heat.
You know what sucks too is that Randy Orton said it before too. He never got a chance to work with him a little bit. He did a little bit, but like Randy said that he wouldn't mind having that feud with Eddie when they had that encounter.
Randy and Eddie would have been lit. That'd have been lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Randy and Eddie would have been nice.
That'd have been lit.
That would have been nice.
With that, I know Randy was already a world champion, but you think that would help Randy out a little bit more, or no?
I mean, around that time, it could have helped elevate Randy a lot more. You know what I mean? So I mean, right? Because he was still Legend Killer too. So and Eddie was a legend. So it definitely could have been a good story. Legend Killer trying to kill another legend. So it definitely could have helped continue to build Randy Orton up. So I mean, I think the match would have been. Just imagine a frog splash into the RKO. Woo. Oh my gosh, but that would have been so crazy.
That would have been I would have been.
So I want to talk about Los Guerreros. I know Eddie was the star, but did you guys ever saw Chavo as the star?
No, Chavo was never the star. Chavo was criminally underrated though. In the ring, he's really good. He just got overshadowed.
He was decent. His run with the cruiserweight title, bro. The boos he was getting were fucked, bro.
Well, it's like Chavo was like Christian. He was like Matt Hardy. He got overshadowed by Eddie Guerrero. Christian got overshadowed by Edge. Matt got overshadowed by Jeff. Bubba Ray overshadowed Devon. You know what I mean? Like, and Chavo was good. He's just everybody like Eddie Guerrero better. Eddie Guerrero.
You know what? You know what? I had an encounter on TikTok of how Eddie passed. They said he had a heart attack in the ring. I was like, no, he did not. I want to know, was that for real? Like him?
Yeah, no. So that what happened? That was after I think the Great American Bash where they busted each other open like crazy, and Eddie was still trying to get the blood flowing back in his system, but it just.
You talking about after he took that chair shot? Yeah, that was a Judgment Day.
Yeah, that chair. Yeah, that's what I meant. That chair shot. That's what happened. He didn't have enough blood.
Yeah, he lost too much blood.
Yeah.
That man lost so much. That man took the best chair shot in the business.
That's why he passed out. But JBL though, this is where JBL becomes a great heel because he knew what was happening to Eddie. So instead of them throwing away the match, he fucking pins this man so that he can get help. He pins him. That's some heel shit right. That's some heel shit right there.
Yeah, and then also
because he knew Eddie needed help, but he told the ref count so I can get this fucking W.
Yeah, the Judgment Day match ended in a DQ just because I think that Eddie got hit so hard he was bleeding, and then shout out to JBL, but Eddie got those receipts back because he smacked JBL.
I was gonna say back at Great American Bash, that man took a receipt, bro. They
lost a lot of blood, bro. Like they were busting each other up.
But Eddie got him back. Eddie got him back at the
The Great American Bash is when JBL became the champion. Judgment Day is like when Eddie got like busted really bad. That's when they ended the match in DQ. If you go back and look at the ring, like the whole ring is covered like in blood spots because not only was Eddie Guerrero bleeding, but JBL got busted open too because Eddie Guerrero.
I know. But I mean, it's not.
I'm saying, but man, these men lost a lot of blood in their feud, bro. It's fucking insane.
I mean, it's not. I mean, are we talking about like this is right up there when John Cena and JBL had their bad blood, had their I Quit match? Is it like right up there?
That I Quit match is legendary, but I think they
too. If you go back and look at the end of the match, look at Cena's face. The whole thing's covered in blood.
Yeah, covered in blood.
Right.
I remember what was it? Cena took a chair shot, and then Cena put JBL through a TV.
Yeah.
TV and went through. They went through. They busted up the limousine. They did all type of shit in that match, man. That match was brutal.
It was fucking crazy. That match I actually have that shit on DVD. I think you have the same thing, Narco. The My Life is John Cena shit.
I got the Judgment Day DVD, like that year's DVD. I got.
Let me show you.
Wait, what DVDs do you have, Narco? Do you have the Eddie Guerrero? I have the Eddie Guerrero DVD.
Yeah, I have the Eddie Guerrero one. Yeah.
I have that one. I think my dad gave me that.
Yeah, I got that one. I got both John Cena's DVDs. I got both.
Last week got the merch. By the way, y'all. Narco. I know you have the same merch, of course. Yeah,
I got a bunch of DVDs, man. I got the Eddie Guerrero.
I want the belt. Alex has the belt, and I'm jealous, man.
I only got 3. I have Undertaker's Deadliest Matches. I have King of the Ring, and I have John Cena.
And then
I got Edge, I got Eddie, I got both DX, I got Cena, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, I got The Rock and Cena in my life. I got a couple WrestleManias too. I got a couple of like regular pay-per-views.
WrestleMania 22 was actually my first WWE DVD.
My first DVD was Royal Rumble 2005.
Really? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh. In 2005, not in 2005. I'm going back to that Great American Bash match. I actually liked that match. Since you talked about that receipt that JBL had, Eddie got him back with the cowbell. He hit him so hard where he saw a piece of his skin fell off. I remember JBL said that, and
they used to beat the shit out of each other back in those days. Like
I know, and I miss that nowadays. And then
crazy part about it, JBO, he goes, "Yeah, Eddie was the groomsman at my wedding." Like, imagine like 2 of your boys beating the shit out of each other.
I was like, he said he was the groomsman at my wedding. I was like, wait, you had the audacity to make your groomsman the man that beat the shit out of you with the steel chair and a cowbell, and boom, you're already. I was like, hey, that's true friendship right there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they said Matt Hardy. Tanya said this. Matt Hardy. They had Matt Hardy versus Christian versus. Was that for the Intercontinental Champion? I think that was.
Sounds like for the IC title.
Yeah, I think. Was that before he? Was that before he took that? Was that before he like faced RVD at? Was it Armageddon? Was that it?
No, I don't think he faced RVD until 2002 because. Around sometime, remember he got in trouble for like he failed the drug test and everything. So he
fired.
He got fired for a little bit before he came back at some point. I don't remember exactly when he came back. Maybe he did come back in 2001. I think maybe 2000 is when he.
2000. I watched Untold. It was 2000. The man came back and he attacked. I think it was Van Dam. I think so. I don't remember. Van Dam. Because RVD was I don't think RVD was the IC champion. He wasn't IC champion until what 2003, 3 or 4.
No, he had it in 2001, 2002. Because Randy Orton.
2002. Okay.
I remember they had that ladder match on Raw. Eddie and RVD had that ladder match on Raw for the IC title.
And then another match that I can think of also is that brawl with Cena the brawl.
That brawl? Yeah.
The car brawl when they're surrounded by cars and shit. That street fight.
Yeah, that part of that brawl.
We need to bring those back.
Eddie was United States champion, right?
He was the United States champion and tag team champion with Chavo, I believe. Wasn't that? Am I correct on that?
Yeah. They were the tag champs.
Yeah, and then I thought there was a spot where I thought Eddie killed Cena. I forgot which one it was. I think it was when he bashed his head into the window, the car window.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good ass match. I mean,
Yeah.
that part of my bra was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And then, do you guys, besides the Brock Lesnar match, what other match do you guys like by Eddie?
Many.
I want to say this is an all around amazing match. I really like the ending. It was Cena, Eddie, and Ray versus JBL and the Basham brothers.
I remember the
I like the ending because after when Ray just like he just hops on Eddie and just hugs the shit out of him, and like that ending is like it's in my heart, man. It's in my heart.
An Eddie match.
There's a lot of matches. I mean,
of course, Halloween Havoc between him and Ray. Of course.
Even just that match, all his matches, Rey Mysterio, are good. The one at WrestleMania, the King of the Ladder match.
The way how they started off that match, the way how they started WrestleMania,
That fatal four-way match at Armageddon. I like that one too.
That's so that's an underrated fatal four-way between Undertaker, JBL, Booker T, and Eddie.
His matches with Kurt Angle were all good.
There he is. There he is.
Sorry about that.
I don't know if you guys remember his match with Edge on SmackDown.
Hermano!
What it do?
Hermano!
What's up,
How you
Alex?
doing, my brother?
Doing good.
All right. We were just talking about, besides Brock Lesnar, what's your favorite match by Eddie?
My favorite match by Eddie Guerrero, easy. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, Halloween Havoc, 1997.
That, like when he said, any match with Eddie, any match with Eddie and Ray is just the.
No, to me, Eddie versus Ray, Halloween Havoc was perfect to the point where even Eddie himself, in previous interviews, has said he would not change anything on his match because everyone knows Eddie Guerrero was a perfectionist. So him saying that he would not change anything in that match says a lot about how he feels about that match.
Mm-hmm. So, we were talking about. We were also talking about. I'm going back to what I said. Doc already said yes. So, Alex, do you believe if Eddie Guerrero never passed, Ray would have never had that push?
Yes, I agree with it wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
With all due respect to Ray and his abilities in the ring and being arguably one of the most greatest high flyers of all time, if it wasn't for Eddie's passing, I don't think Ray would have gotten the push right there immediately. It would have been delayed. Maybe he would have been, fighting for the belt, but he would not have gotten the world title. Like I said, they use Eddie's death as a reason to give Ray the push.
That ticked me off. As a kid, you were like, yeah, Ray's winning for Eddie, but when you get older, you're like, why are they doing that?
I mean, it made sense, like people liked Rey Mysterio at the time too. So, like I said, people like when Eddie passed away, people looked at Rey Mysterio, to carry Eddie's legacy on. You know what I mean? Because of the relationship they had together. So,
but granted, at the time too, Chavo was still around, but still, Chavo wasn't as over as Ray. So I know where you're coming from. Lee.
Yeah, like I said, Chavo was underrated.
Even then, so everybody knows any Rey Mysterio interview you watch, he knows everything was because of Eddie. So he knows for a fact that if it wasn't for Eddie dying, he wouldn't be where he's at. I mean,
the whole storyline. You look at,
which is why I respect Ray a lot.
You look at when Eddie passed away, the whole storyline. He's in the Royal Rumble. He comes in at number 2, dedicates the entire match to Eddie Guerrero. So now how could he not win?
Number 2? I thought he was number 1.
He was number 2. Triple H was number 1.
Triple H.
So how could he not win? And then of course Randy Orton screws him out of the title opportunity. So Randy Orton takes his chance, and they put him back in the match. So it's like, how could he not win at WrestleMania? You know what I mean? Like, it was just all set up for.
Wait, was it?
The only thing that really pissed me off is his title run. I feel like they didn't give him a good title run. His title run was
after what they did. I have to agree with that. Screw the man. Also, screw this man. But before before they chose Ray, did you guys know that Benoit was the second option?
I heard
Fuck
about it.
him.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Screw him.
No, I know. You
I have
know,
no
you,
clue.
you guys know my feelings and reservations about
I didn't hear-
Benoit. I've said it all, but I've said this countless of times, and to this day, I wholeheartedly agree. If Eddie never passed, Chris Benoit would never have fallen into that slippery slope.
Yep.
If
But
Eddie never passed, it's no
Mhm.
what ifs. It's a definite for sure. He would have never passed because through all the mental stuff that Benoit would have been through, Eddie was there to help him cope. Without
Mhm.
Eddie, he never had that, that conscious.
hmm
As much as I despise Benoit and his actions that he did, if Eddie never passed, Benoit would have been alive, and we would have been seeing him in a different limelight to this day.
hmm Do you think? Like I said, he was before. Like I said, before Ray, before it was Ray, he was the other option to carry on what he had. Like he
Yeah.
was gonna win the world
I
champion.
heard about that, but also you got to take into consideration Benoit was out of everybody that was in the worst mental state of mind. So
Mhm.
he probably saw that as exploiting Eddie, and Benoit didn't like that.
hmm I like Ray. I liked Ray when I was a kid. I still do to this day. But like I have to agree with all y'all. If it wasn't for Eddie passing, bro, he would not be where he is. And saying if Eddie, I was gonna ask you, Alex, if Eddie was here, do you think he would manage Dominic?
No,
Or no?
if I don't think so. I feel like Eddie right now, at his time right now, knowing how he's a man of the business, I know he loves the industry, but he loves the industry as a whole. I feel like right now, I could have seen him as a producer right now,
Yeah.
growing homegrown talent. I feel like he felt like probably like if he was still alive, probably 10 years ago, he would have probably retired, be like, hey, I'm done. Now it's my turn to groom the next future generational talent. So I feel like, if anything, I feel like he would have been having a prolific role in NXT, in my personal opinion. He would have been one of those people helping mold the talent in NXT. And the example I used 10 years ago, which was, what are we now? 10 years ago, 2011, all that stuff. He would have been building people like Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, you name him. He would have been building all those guys up to prolific talent.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any dream matches?
Oh, you already know. I've already done this multiple times.
I know.
The obvious ones out of the way, which all of us could agree on: him versus AJ, him versus Shawn Michaels, and then going the New Japan route. I would have loved to see him versus Tetsuya Naito, him versus Okada, and then right now,
those are the two I said.
Yeah, I would love to see right now, dude. Him versus Andrade, him versus Rush. Are like matches I would love to see him wrestling. Phoenix and Pentagon.
Him and Andrade
Samoa Joe would go at it. I think that would be good.
And if we're going the NXT route, him versus Ciampa, him versus Gargano.
I say Ricochet. I say him and Ricochet could go at it.
See, exactly. See, look at all the dreams.
Him versus Eddie versus Moose. Would have loved to see.
That would have been a good battle of the Titans.
Eddie
versus Goliath.
Eddie versus Eddie Edwards. Eddie versus Davey Richards.
Him versus
Eddie
Bryan
versus
Danielson.
Mil Muertos.
There's so many. There's a lot.
See, he has multiple people.
And then, honestly, I also dream match, not WrestleMania, but at least have like a small feud. We were just talking about it a little bit earlier. I said that Undertaker never faced Eddie Guerrero one-on-one, never one-on-one. And I said not a long feud, but a short feud. Would you not mind that?
Him and Undertaker versus the WrestleMania feud. Why not? It would have stolen the show. We saw what he did with Shawn Michaels. What makes you think it wouldn't have been any different with Eddie?
Mm-hmm. But he's not gonna break the streak. I'm telling you that.
He's not going to break the streak. No,
absolutely not.
Because Lewis said the most people that were predictable around that time was either, I think, who'd you say, Lewis? Around that?
I say the only people that were fucking with Undertaker at that time was Kurt Angle and Batista.
Yeah.
Batista, yeah.
But yeah, Eddie wouldn't have not beat the streak. But yeah, it would have been an amazing match.
I said a great storyline would have been him and Muhammad Hassan. think that would have been wild.
That would have been a trip.
That's let's say Muhammad like Narco said that Muhammad San was the first option to take the title before Eddie.
Yeah. Or hear me out, Durag Vince versus Eddie.
Oh,
coach.
Hey Malik, be for real, bro. Do you think Eddie got a chance to beat Coach? Be honest, bro. You can be honest.
yeah, what you got, man?
Nobody beats Coach, bro.
Nobody's beating
Coach is
Coach.
goated.
Wait. So you're telling me Durag Vince can't beat Coach?
No, Coach is goated.
Nah,
Not even Cena beat Coach, bro.
Not even Goat Mahal. Not even Goat Mahal. Like
nobody beat Coach, bro.
they ain't even no. Me and Lewis say it all the time. Nobody's ready for Moose. Nobody is ready for Moose. Nobody.
Coach can beat Moose.
Coach cannot beat Moose.
Yeah,
No, there's no way.
Coach can beat Moose. He demolishes Moose. He demolishes Moose easily.
See, even Lewis, biggest fan of Moose.
What the hell? He lost to Ishii.
Coach beat anybody. Coach beat anybody, bro. He beat Jerry. He beat anybody, bro.
Wait. So you're telling me Coach is taking the title off Roman before Brock ever does?
Yeah, it'll be Coach, bro.
Of course.
Yeah, what?
I always thought it was Vince.
WrestleMania in Dallas. I'm calling it now. New Universal Champion, the Coach.
I wanted Durag Vince to hit that number. I want Durag Vince to win the Royal Rumble, and maybe
Durag Vince is not beating Roman, bro. Coach, bro. You can put Brock Lesnar, Drew, Roman, fucking Undertaker,
Cena.
hell, Hulk Hogan in his prime, bro. Coach is winning all the time. 10 out of 10.
Not even. He said not even Cena. Like, all right. How about this? Is Eddie beating
Narco's the
Hornswoggle?
biggest Cena fan here. He'll tell you Cena don't win.
I'm saying, is Eddie beating Hornswoggle?
Eddie can beat Hornswoggle. Yeah, Eddie beat Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
What about all right? How about this? Is Narco? Are you gonna take the title off Roman? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna beat the title?
I acknowledge Roman. I don't want to take the title off Roman. I don't want to.
Y'all know Lewis can. Y'all know Lewis will.
I would purposely lose to Roman so he could win. Purposely.
So wait, so you're gonna do what Khabib? You're gonna do what Khabib did? He's like, you have to quit. I deserve title shot. You know what I mean?
Lay down and hit me like that. It's easy.
Just like that. Wow. Wait. So like when like the Book of Doom when Hogan like Hogan did match. I don't think Coach is gonna. I don't know. I don't want Coach to take the title. I want to take out Big E. You know, I want Coach to take the title out Big E, not Roman. Like
what? He can do both. He can do both.
Wait. Coach 2 belts is happening.
Coach can unify the belts, bro.
Wait. So like,
Coach gonna bring back the big gold belt. That's what he gonna do.
Wait, so he's gonna bring back the world heavyweight. Coach is bringing back the world heavyweight champion.
Yes, sir.
And who's calling out Coach after that? Like
nobody.
We haven't heard.
WWE is gonna shut down and be like, no one can beat the Coach.
Bro,
sorry.
Listen, you have a lot to learn about Coach. You have a lot to learn.
Well, I need to know. Like, is Coach is goated, but like,
you have much to learn, young grasshopper.
Coach is.
You gotta have.
If you know Dragon Ball Z, Coach is
as
on steroids. That's all you need to know. Coach is
he can't beat Jiren. He can't beat Jiren.
He can be Jiren. Wait, so he's saying the Coach can be Goku too? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, easy Goku. He claps Goku.
You didn't know this?
I'm sorry, I have to catch up. I have to catch up on Coach, man. Like,
he's too OP. He's too OP, bro.
But
you don't see on Malik's Instagram, they keep asking him like, who gonna take the title off of Roman? Malik being that.
I've seen it. No, but the one thing about Narco is that the man does not acknowledge Santina, bro. Like what? Like
Santino different. Santino different.
Wait. So you're saying you're saying no one near Coach, but like is Coach near Moose? No. I don't think
yes, Coach. He's above Moose. Way above.
He's above. That's the first time I've ever heard you say that, Lewis. You said nobody's above Moose.
Moose
Nobody.
is my dad, but you can be a realist too, bro. I mean, Coach is he's godly, bro.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me
Coach? Did you know that Coach was supposed to face Undertaker at 25, but Undertaker said, "Nah, bro, I can't do that. It wouldn't be fair."
Yeah, because Coach was gonna end the streak there.
Wait. Like
right there.
Coach would have got major heel heat than Brock.
No, they weren't. They
didn't
would
want
choose
to
the
do it.
coach because everyone knows coach is goated.
Yeah, what's your coach? Who hates coach? Let's be honest. Who hates coach?
I don't know who hates coach. I don't hate coach. I like coach. I like the coach. Like
Coach is goated.
anybody in this chat who hates coach? Like, wait, does coach be boogeyman too? Like nobody touches boogeyman. Like the boogeyman, he's coming to get you. I have so much to learn. I have so much to learn about coach. Like you guys have to tell me. Coach is beating Ciampa. Oh my God! So wait. So y'all telling me that coach is going to be a belt collector worldwide? Like he's collecting WWE, he's collecting AEW, he's collecting Impact, he's collecting Narco. How come you're not managing the man?
Coach taking all the titles, bro. Taking all the titles.
He's going to be a belt collector. Like he's going to beat Kenny. No, I'm saying so. Coach is going to beat Kenny tonight.
Look at Kenny, and Kenny was shit his pants. That's all you need to know, man.
What else is there to know about? What else can I know about coach? Like besides
some things are just unteachable, my friend. Some things are just unteachable.
Wait. It says imagine Doug beating coach. No. I mean so Narco, you ain't managing coach, bro. Like what the fuck?
Coach he ain't wrestling right now. He said he's chilling.
Chilling. Like what? Chilling on ESPN? Like what? Like
he's living life, I guess. Living life.
Well, why don't you join the group?
They paid coach to not come back because they know what's gonna happen.
They all scared of coach, bro.
See, this is why I. You know what? After I get done watching Full Gear, I need to watch an Eddie Guerrero match. Honestly, I'm going back to watching Halloween Havoc. Probably like I don't know how many times I've watched that match. So Alex, back to what to Eddie. Back to Eddie. I was gonna say, would you not mind if I know you already seen the feud with him and Cena, but would you mind if Eddie went to Raw to face Ruthless Cena?
Ruthless Cena.
Not ruthless aggression. Like, he's hustle, loyalty, and respect.
To me, like much like Rey Mysterio, there are certain wrestlers that don't belong in a specific brand because it just doesn't fit their mold. It doesn't fit their style. And I feel like, Eddie was one of those that, I only see him in the blue brand. Like that is the only place I identify Eddie in. Like to me, Eddie is on the Mount Rushmore of SmackDown. Like those people that are there on the Mount Rushmore of SmackDown. I had the heart to see them on another brand that isn't SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. So I get a lot of I know I get a lot of heat for it, but I always put him on my Mount Rushmore wrestlers. I am sorry, but I can't help it. Like I ain't leaving my boy behind. Like,
I know you don't, but at the same time, as much as I love Eddie, and everyone knows in both the wrestling community and in our group of bubbles how much I love Eddie, and how much significant impact he's had on my life, not just being a wrestling fan, but my actual life. He's not on the level of impactful people like Cena, Austin, Rock, Hogan, Undertaker. I love Eddie to death, but he's not on their level of synonymous. If you're Latin American or a diehard wrestling fan, you'll know who Eddie Guerrero is by looking at his picture. But if we show casual fans a picture of Eddie Guerrero, they're gonna be like, "Who's that?" Whereas if we show a picture of Cena, Rock, Austin, Hogan, The Undertaker, a lot of casuals or a lot of people that aren't necessarily wrestling fans or older or former wrestling fans, they're gonna identify those people right away. And if you can be identified by people that aren't even wrestling fans, you made it to the top.
Mm-hmm. Like, is it kind of messed up that I have him on my top 5, like, of favorite wrestlers of all time?
If you have him in your top 5 personal favorites,
then yeah,
I would say yeah. But if
you think it's one of the
there's
top
also
5
a time
greatest,
where you have to be a realist. You have to be a realist sometimes.
Yeah. Like even Eddie himself would have told you, like, I'm not on this level. Like he would mention the people we mentioned: Rock, Hogan, Austin, Cena. He even would say these are the people that made a major impact. Like he could be on your top 5 personal favorites. Hell, the people in this bubble right now has them in their top 10, regardless. Eddie's in our top 10 from all 4 of us, but at the same time, being the top 5 wrestler of all time, I don't think he's in our top 5. Greatest wrestler, personal favorite, most definitely. We can all cohesively agree with that. But the best of all time, in terms of what it is to be a professional wrestler, we have other people.
And then, coaches even winning the women's title too. What the fuck? No one's telling me this either. Like, what the fuck? He's going after the women's division too.
You have a lot to learn, man. That's all you need to know. You have a lot to learn.
You gotta do this on your own time and study the coach. We've already studied the coach.
I need to study the coach more. I've been too busy.
No, Malik showed us the truth and the way. That's why we don't mention coach. He's good. Malik taught us the way.
Malik deadass showed us the way.
Yeah, bro.
Malik, thank you.
I've been too busy. Thank you. Do-rag Vince too many times because the man has that undefeated streak, because I know coach does too, but I've been too. Do-rag Vince is still popping in my brain.
Only person that could possibly be coach is Colombo, bro. Is it, bro?
Wait, who?
Don't start that shit now. No. Don't start that shit now.
The only person
What? What'd you say?
Stop it.
Not Colombo.
No, we're
not
Colombo.
Colombo up there.
We're done. We're done. We're done. We're not starting that shit now.
Colombo up there, bro. Colombo.
Wait. Not Jack Bauer? Not Jack Bauer? Colombo?
Yeah, what about Jack Bauer?
Colombo, he beat Jack Bauer too. Though. Jack Bauer, he can beat by Jack Bauer.
Hey, all right, we're done. Yeah, we're not starting that shit now.
Jack Bauer, cool, but Colombo would go there. I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell you this, man. Colombo's up there, bro. He's up there, bro. He top 3, bro.
Oh hell no, bro. We not
Colombo top 3, bro. Colombo top 3, bro.
One thing you should know about me is, Alex. I already told Narco. Lewis already knows. Since he influenced me so much, I actually thinking about it. Hardly think. I'm very considering it. I might want to step in the ring, and he's Eddie's actually the reason why I want to step in the wrestling ring. And the one thing is, I'm always gonna. I want to get that question saying, what made you want to come here? Like, what inspired you to be a wrestler? And he's gonna be one of the reasons why I wanted to start my career.
Yeah, of course.
And I want to same question to you, Alex. Would you ever consider joining the ring? Like, would you ever?
I've talked to this to to our group, the Brotherhood, before. I would love to go to the industry. I genuinely would, but not in an in-ring role, more of a backstage role, watching wrestling since I was a kid. I feel like, and all the influences of other wrestlers that I've liked and personal stuff, I feel like, I can help more people that lack, that creative mentality, right? That their main focus is, just the in-ring stuff and not the, not the spectacle and the showmanship. I feel like, I can give them, creative knowledge or input to be like, okay, this is how I see you as a character, as a performer, not just a wrestler. I feel like, if I were to be the wrestling industry, I would want to be in more of a creative role rather than being an in-ring performer.
So like you're gonna be like what Narco would
backstage,
be pretty
like
much
a backstage producer, creative, working creative.
So you're not gonna be like a wrestling. You're not gonna be like a wrestling character, like a manager or whatever.
No, I would genuinely work backstage as a creative part of creative. I guide those people that, hey, I don't know, that have questions like, what character am I? What do I am? And give them a guidance.
Because like I said, I want to step in the ring. I want to. I might ask if I'm eligible enough to have permission. I might call one of the girls and ask permission to use the frog splash as a signature, not a finisher.
Well, I mean, frog splash. I mean, everybody does frog splash nowadays. Yeah. You don't need permission to do that.
You really don't need permission.
Well, I want to do it exactly like how nobody can do it like how Eddie did. But I want to do it exactly like how.
Here's the thing. Something Eddie would tell you too. Don't try to be him.
Be the first. Yeah. Like The Rock says, be the first you.
Yeah, don't try to be Eddie. Don't mimic him. Don't do. And you can throw little homages in your to a character, but don't be a carbon copy. Because
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to be compared to someone who is highly regarded like Eddie Guerrero, because they're gonna see you as a carbon copy. You'll never be the original.
I don't want that.
Stick to your stick though. Like they said, the whole purpose of being a wrestler and having a character is your personality amplified to 100. So whoever you genuinely are, amplify it, max it out to the highest T. You can throw in moves there that are homage to him, but don't copy him word for word for word. People don't like copycats. Just
No.
You want to do a frog slash? Fine, do a frog slash. But do it in your own style.
I might add like a couple moves to my list. Like I might do like maybe 3 amigos or something like that. You know, like I'm not gonna like copy all of his moves. Like I'm gonna figure out how to do moves my way. I'm gonna add a little stuff of his in my wrestling move list. You know what I mean? Like, like I want to do that. I want to do that. You know that the move that he does. He's a springboard and he hits people in the back. I forgot what that's called. I'm sorry. he jumps and he does like a senton kind of.
The hilo.
Yes.
The tope con hilo.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's a cool move.
I like that move. Do you guys have any, I want to have that. I want to have a character, but I don't want. I'm not too sure how I would approach it, honestly. But like,
start when you're first starting off in the business. Just be it's you who you are. Just amplify. Later on, just add a little fillers to the story of your character to make it relatable.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to figure it out, man. You got time.
Yeah, you're so young, bro. Yeah, like you have time to plan it out, implement it, find ways to, be like, okay, I want to add this to who I am, add these developments into my character, and then go from there. If you fail, start again.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm really considered joining the business, and I just want to be the best, and I want to be the best at what I do. That's pretty much it. And hopefully one day maybe have that one-on-one match with Lewis if you ever interested. I mean, what do you think, Lewis? If I get
versus Lewis.
I mean, I don't know what my career is. So,
y'all get there when y'all get there.
Yeah. That's all I can say. I make a lot of promises that I know I can keep, but that's just something I can't promise because everybody's journey is different. I can't say we can have a dream.
Yeah, you guys are not guaranteed to cross paths in like promotions like that.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost time for
like we're saying, fucking Eddie and Sean, they were in the same promotion for years and they never even had a match. So, I mean, nothing's guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. It's almost time for full gear. Well, it's been a ride. It's been 16 years without Eddie. I miss him every day, y'all. I wish he was here. Well, y'all, that's pretty much it. I'll be watching. We'll be watching. I'll be back here in a little bit. We'll be watching full gear. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching Wrestling Talk Universal. I'll let these guys shout out their social medias and everything from top to bottom. Go for it.
Narcolepsy Boy 94 for Wrestling TikTok, Instagram as well, and also Twitter, YouTube. So make sure you guys go check it out if you're interested in wrestling content. But, thanks for having me on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how it is. Alex Vataloco on TikTok and on my Instagram, my main TikTok. I do wrestling TikToks, comedic skits, and anything Latino related jokes. Once again, thank you for having me on this one, Saul.
Oh, sure, man.
What's going on, man? Follow me on TikTok, FNO Louis V. Gonna start posting on there again. Follow me and Alex's podcast, the Wrestling Chop Shop. We're definitely gonna be active on there a lot more now since we got things situated. And yeah, appreciate it. Shout out Brotherhood. Love y'all representing. And that's it. Appreciate you, Saul.
Yep. All right. This is the Wrestling Talk Universal, y'all. Signing off.